Python. Python was created in 1991 by Guido van Rossum, a Dutch programmer who wanted to make coding easier and more readable. Unlike many languages that use complex syntax, Python focuses on simplicity with clean code that looks like plain English. This beginner-friendly approach made it one of the most popular languages in the world, especially for people just starting their journey. What makes Python stand out is its versatility. It's widely used in data science, machine learning, and automation. Companies like Google, Netflix, and NASA use it for everything from analyzing data sets to powering recommendation algorithms. However, Python has weaknesses. Since it's interpreted, it tends to run slower than C or Java, making it less ideal for performance-critical tasks like game engines. It also consumes more memory, which can be disastrous in resource-constrained environments. But despite this, Python remains the GOAT for data scientists and beginners alike. JavaScript. JavaScript was created in just 10 days in 1995 by Brendan Eich. Originally designed to add interactivity to web pages, it has grown far beyond its original purpose. Today, it's the only language that runs natively in browsers, making it essential for front-end development. With Node.js, it can now run on servers too. Every modern website uses JavaScript to create interactive elements like drop-down menus and image sliders. Frameworks like React and Vue have transformed it into a tool for building entire web apps. However, because it was built so fast, it has many quirks. Type coercion, asynchronous behavior, and the "this" keyword are common sources of bugs. The ecosystem also changes rapidly, which can be overwhelming. But despite the chaos, JavaScript remains the backbone of the modern web. PHP. PHP was created in 1994 by Rasmus Lerdorf, originally just to manage his personal homepage. It quickly evolved into a server-side language designed for dynamic web development. What makes PHP powerful is how easy it is to deploy. It's the engine behind WordPress, which powers over 40% of the web, and it's used by giants like Facebook and Wikipedia. However, PHP is the internet's favorite punching bag. It has a history of inconsistent function names and security vulnerabilities if not handled carefully. Many developers find its syntax messy compared to modern alternatives. But critics be damned. PHP still powers a massive chunk of the internet and isn't going anywhere. C. C is one of the oldest and most influential languages ever. Developed in 1972 by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs, it became the foundation for modern computing, with operating systems like Windows and Linux written in C. What makes C powerful is its speed and direct control over hardware. It gives programmers direct access to memory through pointers, allowing for highly optimized code. This is why it's still the backbone of embedded systems and performance-critical apps. But C is a double-edged sword. Since it requires manual memory management, developers must allocate and free memory themselves, which leads to leaks and crashes. It also lacks modern features like objects, making large-scale apps harder to write. Still, C remains essential for understanding how computers work at a fundamental level. Go. Go was released in 2009 by Google. They wanted a language that had the performance of C++, but without the complexity and slow compilation times. Go focuses on simplicity and efficiency. What makes Go stand out is its Go routines, which allow it to handle thousands of tasks simultaneously with very little memory. It's the go-to language for cloud infrastructure and back-end services, used by Docker, Kubernetes, and Twitch. However, Go is very opinionated. Its strict formatting and lack of certain features like generics for a long time annoyed many developers. But for building fast, scalable network services, Go is the modern king of the cloud. C++ was created in 1983 as an extension of C, adding object-oriented features while keeping its speed. It's the language of choice for performance-intensive systems. What makes C++ powerful is its flexibility. It's widely used in game development, with engines like Unreal Engine relying heavily on it. It's also the backbone of browsers like Chrome and even financial trading systems where milliseconds matter. However, C++ is notoriously difficult to master. Its syntax is complex and it inherits C's manual memory management challenges. Debugging can be a nightmare, especially for beginners, but for developers who need maximum performance, C++ is an essential tool. Rust. Rust is the newest language on the block, released in 2010 by Mozilla. It was designed to offer the performance of C++, but with modern safety features. Rust focuses heavily on memory safety, preventing common bugs like null pointers without needing a garbage collector. This unique approach has made it extremely popular among systems programmers. Companies like Microsoft and Amazon have adopted it for critical infrastructure, and it's consistently voted the most loved language in surveys. However, Rust has a brutal learning curve. Its borrow checker system ensures safety, but will reject your code constantly until you learn exactly how it wants to handle memory. But despite the struggle, Rust represents the future of safe and modern systems programming. Java. Java was introduced in 1995 with the simple philosophy: write once, run anywhere. It uses a virtual machine to run code on any device, which made it the standard for enterprise and Android development. What makes Java stand out is its reliability and massive ecosystem. It's the primary language for enterprise banking systems and powers millions of mobile apps. Its automatic garbage collection handles memory for you, reducing the risk of leaks. But Java is famously verbose. It requires a lot of boilerplate code even for simple tasks, which can make development feel slow. It can also feel a bit outdated compared to sleeker modern languages. Still, in the world of big business, Java remains the undisputed heavyweight. C Sharp. C Sharp was released by Microsoft in 2000, originally as a competitor to Java. It has since evolved into a powerful modern language used for everything from web apps to game dev. What makes C Sharp stand out is its integration with the .NET ecosystem and its dominance in game development via the Unity engine. If you want to build games, C Sharp is your best friend. It's cleaner and more modern than Java, but still carries some of that enterprise weight. While it's now cross-platform, it's still heavily tied to the Microsoft ecosystem. But for a balance of power, modern features, and game dev potential, C Sharp is a top-tier choice. Lua. Lua was created in 1993 in Brazil for a project that needed a lightweight, embeddable scripting language. It's famous for being extremely fast and having a tiny footprint, which is why it's used to add logic to games like Roblox and World of Warcraft. What makes Lua great is its simplicity. It's easy to learn and can be dropped into almost any software. However, Lua has some weird quirks. It only has one main data structure called a table, and its indices start at 1 instead of 0. It's not meant for building giant standalone apps, but as a glue language, it's unbeatable. Fortran. Fortran is the great-grandpa of programming, released by IBM in 1957. It stands for Formula Translation and was built for high-level math and science. What makes Fortran incredible is that even after 60 years, it's still one of the fastest languages for numerical computation. It's used by NASA, weather forecasters, and physicists for massive simulations. However, it's not for building websites or mobile apps. Its syntax feels ancient and it lacks modern development tools. But if you need to simulate the birth of a galaxy, Fortran is still the king of numbers. COBOL. COBOL was released in 1959, led by the legendary Grace Hopper for business data processing. It was designed to look like English so business managers could understand it. Today, it still handles the vast majority of credit card transactions and banking systems. However, the code is incredibly wordy and feels like reading a legal document. Most COBOL programmers are nearing retirement, and finding young people to learn it is a major challenge. It's the ultimate legacy language, clunky and old, but literally keeping the lights on for the world's banks. Like the video and subscribe. Kitties, see you in the next one.